I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, fam? It's your girl, DYANAROZAY, and I am here to bring y'all the latest tea. Okay, so everyone come on in while I struggle with my voice, child, because I have been losing my voice for the last 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. But I appreciate all of y'all for coming in and listening to me struggle, child. Hit the like button, share the video. Let me know where you are from. I see my Cleveland sisters in the house. What's up, Cleveland? Ohio, I appreciate you. Come on in. Okay, listen, we got a lot to cover, child. Last night, Tamar basically sent out a threat to Funky Dineva, and Funky Dineva answered back. Okay, there's a whole lot of stuff that went down with that conversation. So I'm going to share that with y'all. I told you guys that Todd is asking to be the primary custodian of their children. He wants to have all decisions. He wants to make all decisions for the babies. Okay. He said Candy's barely there. Kandi was being fair when she filed the divorce, but she went back in and made some changes. And I'm going to tell you guys what is up with that. Hey, Dyrese, nice to have you, cousin. You guys take the poll at the top of the chat, because Monique is accusing her ex-husband of getting grimy, okay? Getting grimy with her, and a whole lot of details has come out about their relationship. I don't know if you guys have been watching the show. Monique has been on for 2 episodes. The one before and or I guess last Sunday, this past Sunday, and the one before that. And baby, when I tell y'all, I was like, what the hell is she doing when she was, talking about Chris? I actually thought that her and Chris had a decent co-parenting relationship, but that shit looks like it is awful. And she is going toe to toe with a ex-football player. I do believe that he's like in some sort of Hall of Fame some damn where. Maybe it's just in Alabama. But I said, oh shit, this is awful. Come on in. Saw it coming, win or lose. Kandi fight that. Fight him. Okay. Todd is fighting back as well. Y'all know Kandi has come out and said to people a million times, I am very competitive. I must win. Okay. These are all people with very high drives to win, to you know what I'm saying? These aren't no small fights. But the way Todd is in these social media streets acting like, bitch, I don't care. I don't care. Okay, I'll do whatever you ask me to do. But when we get into this courtroom, we're going to fight to the death. Okay, we're in Rome. We are going to do what the Romans do. What's up, Oakland? Did I tell y'all my dad lived in Oakland forever? He, like, from the time he was a child, he was born in Texas, but moved over to the Oakland area and became a little redskin over there. But welcome. Nice to have you. So listen, I'm not going to keep y'all for long, okay? I'm going to get right into these topics. I'm going to save Monique for last so that we can get all of the votes in. I see you guys are voting right now. So keep voting. Y'all know how we do it over here. And let's start with Kandi, since I already started talking so much about her, child. Y'all know I did this video the other day. Let me put her thumbnail up here, where I said, every time we see Kandi, she is choked up, child. She's fighting back tears. I don't know if she's just going to break down and cry. And she said that she's been going through it. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. So Kandi said that she's been going through it. Oh, hey there, Tisha. Is it Tisha or Tissa? Tisha, love you too, girl. Love you too. Good morning from Brooklyn, New York. Nice to have you. I saw Kandi post under his page when he was posting the kids. She was like, I was the one behind the camera. Oh, child. Okay, listen. Like I said, we know that we're dealing with very competitive people. Now, Todd, I know a lot of people like Todd and they were fighting for Todd at one point because they thought that Mama Joyce was doing him dirty. But Monique is off competing for recognition. Monique must respect her. We're going to talk about it. We definitely are. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. This could have all been avoided, probably. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. So listen. Kandi and Todd first. Like I said, Kandi's very competitive. She's already said that. It's come out of her mouth. She filed for that divorce. And right now, there are several bloggers who said that they are sitting on true tea, okay, on factuals, actual factuals about another woman being involved in the relationship. Now, some people are putting the other woman with Kandi, and some people are putting the other woman with Todd. In fact, there's like pictures of Todd with a woman who has a belly bump. Now, I didn't post any of it. I didn't talk about it because I wasn't able to confirm anything. But there were people out there saying it. There's also someone who was very close to Kandi's camp who said that he knows Kandi and Todd both. Both sides need to tell real, yeah, for sure. Who said that he knows Kandi and Todd very well. And he said he knew exactly what was going on when it was going down. He said that Todd and Kandi have been moving funny for months. Okay. And Kandi has already said this was a long time coming. And to be honest, I think that she kind of was weighing, or they were weighing divorce before they left Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they made that decision so that they didn't film it. Okay. What's up, my St. Louis sister? Y'all know I lived in St. Louis for a minute. I've lived everywhere, to be honest, but what a blessing. Anyway, bottom line is Kandi filed for divorce. She was the one who made the filing, and she was trying to be fair, in my opinion. Okay. She asked for joint physical and legal custody, 50-50. That's what she had asked from Todd. She asked the judge to give to Todd, and she asked for the prenup agreement to be upheld. Okay. She did ask for the prenup agreement to be upheld. And then Todd filed against her. Okay. And he said he's seeking full custody. He said Kandi is nowhere around ever. That he is, what did he call himself? Daddy daycare. He said that's his job. And he said, even if the judge doesn't grant him full custody, he wants sole decision-making authority. So that means doctors, where the kids go to church, sports, all that stuff. Some people may have heard some of these conversations being had over Love and Marriage Huntsville, because all those documents have been read left and right. And typically the judge will divide it in half. When you have 50-50 custody, they'll divide it in half and make one parent responsible for some, one parent responsible for another. He said he wants all the decision making. That is how serious he is. He said, if Kandi wants to see the kids, if you want to give them to her 50% of the time, fine. But she shouldn't have any decision making authority over the babies. Can you believe that shit? That he's basically saying she's not there. She is not a hands-on mother at all. Holy crap. Okay. Come on in. Kandi basically said, listen, I am now seeking primary custody, bitch. Okay. I was first seeking joint legal and physical. I wanted us to do it together. So she was still holding out that they could be cool. You know what I'm saying? I know we're getting a divorce, but she still wanted to be friends. You know what I mean? And then when he came in and did what he did, now Kandi has challenged that. And she said, fine, I want physical. I want physical custody. And then she said that she would offer joint for him to see the kids. She wants full physical custody though. That's some bullshit. Anyway, and I'm saying that about Todd, not Kandi. I think that Kandi has been a hands-on mom. I think that he knew who he was marrying from the jump. I think he knew that she was always an ambitious woman, and Kandi has always had a team of people around her, including her family. And so I don't know if y'all follow me at all. Y'all know I don't like the whole playing games with the kids shit, especially with the mamas. You carry them babies for 9 months, you can go psycho. You know what I'm saying? Some people can. So the way he's playing it is real interesting. But yeah, she's asking for primary physical custody, and then she said joint legal custody. And then she is also saying that he can go to hell when it comes to challenging that prenup. So much so that she says she can pull all footage. What went to the show, what was edited and didn't make it, you know what I'm saying? Basically left on the cutting room floor. She has already said her people can subpoena Bravo for that footage. She said not only did Todd review the documents with his own lawyer, but he negotiated things within the prenup, which means that he read it and he was okay with it. Okay, come on in. Welcome, you guys. I appreciate it. 161 of you are here. Please, please, please bump up the thumbs up, share the video, hype me up. Okay. So right now, this is what's going on. And he's not shamed at all. Not at all. We've seen men, I think Tia Mowry's husband had initially asked for some sort of spousal support. And the way the internet attacked that man and he pulled it off the table. He pulled it off the table. Child, he said, my lawyer told me to do it, okay? Not Todd. Todd said bullshit. Bullshit. I will not be pushed, moved, nothing. But this is what he's asking for so far. So just so y'all know, Kandi is basically saying, listen, she has a team around her. She's always had and paid for nanny care. She said, including the nanny care that they have for each other, for when they're with the kids together. She's also said that Todd is also an entrepreneur. He's very ambitious and he has to have his startups. So she said she's being punished for doing some of the same shit he does. And she wants this taken off the table completely. But if this is how you want to play it, if I can't trust you to do joint legal and physical custody, then I will take primary custody. That's what Kandi's saying at the moment. And she said you can go to hell when it comes to that prenup. She has pulled the documentation, and there has been reports, or excuse me, she has pulled information, video from Bravo. And there's also been reports saying that she's asking the courts to seal her divorce filing or information so far. But I was not able to confirm that either. I haven't seen anything, but it could be a possibility that she'll have all things sealed, because this is about to be a fight. They are about to fight. I knew it. I knew it. Come on in. Come on in. Lies More Lies said now over there posting his mama. Oh, yes. I saw that too. The whole mama, mama, you know, I love you. And he said, mama, I hope you're looking down on me. I'm just trying to do what's right. Okay. He is really going in. But yeah, if you guys missed it, someone in the comments said that all the pictures he have of himself with the kids, that Kandi was on the other end of the camera, that she was the one taking the picture. He made himself daddy daycare role so that she could argue that he deluded her into believing that he would be an equal financial partner. This isn't going to go Well, listen, she's added him to a lot of things. We've seen it. She's come out and said it out loud. The play that they just did with Denzel Washington made millions on Broadway, as far as I know. And they were investors in that project together. I don't think they were the majority investor, but they were the face of it because they are famous. So it's interesting how this is about to play out. Todd has had a couple of movies under his belt. Where did that money come from? That is a Todd and Kandi investment. Okay. His time on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I am positive that Kandi gave him who's her name? The Kim Zolciak special, where you give a certain percentage of your check to your husband or your partner, because Bravo doesn't pay the men to be on that show. I bet that she split it 50-50 with him too. I think she was looking for a very fair divorce. And I think he's letting her know he's not going to give her one. And it's starting with the kids. Okay. So yeah, that is the update for Kandi and Todd. I don't want to stay on it for too long, child, but we shall see what happens. She, like I said, on Thanksgiving Day, she said, Todd was here. He ate dinner with my family. I don't want people to think that we're excluding him or doing any harm to him. And yeah, what we know right now is that she's fighting back, and that there may be a woman. There is a woman, according to a lot of bloggers, there is a woman that is, I guess, the reason why this divorce is happening at all. Okay. And it looks like it might, like I said, some people have been saying it's leaning on Kandi's lap, that she's going to come out as a full-blown lesbian. And then some people are putting it in Todd's lap and saying that he's the one who's been stepping out. Like I said, there's been a lot of people in the Atlanta area who said they've seen him with multiple dates. Okay. Kandi's a fighter, y'all. Don't mistake this for weakness. Y'all have seen it. Y'all know how she plays, okay? Whatever happened with her and her brother, whatever pact that she had made with her brother when he went on to glory, and he said, and she always repeats this, he told me, I don't give a shit what you do. You need to move on. You need to sing. You need to do X, Y, and Z. Never let grief or any of the things that happen in your life affect you and sit you down. And she has not. When she goes through something fucked up, she makes money off of it. She knows how to flip it. Todd, on the other hand, he's a person who sits in his emotions. That's not funny, but they were so opposite. I was like, Kandi gets over shit real quick. Like, stuff was happening with her mama, and people be like, you need to dump your mama. And I was like, she's not going to dump her mama ever. She's more hurt that the audience is asking than for, her to have it as a thought, because she never thinks like that. She only thinks, this is the problem, fix it, move on. Okay. Period. What's up, Marcella? She said Kandi needs a new attorney and a stronger one. Okay, girl. You know something about the attorney? We're going to see. We're going to see what's happening next. This is what's going down so far. I think that Kandi is a fighter. I think that Kandi is a fighter, and I think that she is going to, like I said, she already's come out. We know that she is very, very competitive. I don't think she's going to lay down, personally. I don't think she's going to lay down. I think she's going to do what she needs to do. Okay. I can't answer because I don't watch the show. I just enjoy your commentary. Thank you. She's always been a star her entire life, and she doesn't allow that stuff to get to her. Bingo. I want y'all to think about her personality. Todd and her were completely opposite in how they problem solved. Kandi is this shit might hurt right now, but I'm going to push through that shit. And by next week, I'm going to get a bag from it. Todd wanted to waddle in it. Not only waddle in it, but he likes to punish people. You're going to have to do this in order for this to work this way. She worked for Todd. She worked for Todd's lawyer. Oh, geez Louise. So we shall see, y'all, but this is what is happening right now. I just know that the girl is a fighter, and I know that they problem solve different. And if Kandi hit him with the 1-2 too damn hard, he'll fall back because Todd, he's a little, squishy. He's a little pillowy soft sometimes. Sometimes he lets shit get to him, and if you let stuff get to you, it plays mind games with you, period. You got to know when to hold him and when to fold him. Okay. And we are going to move on to Tamar and Funky Dineva real quick. Okay. Let me put this photo back up here. I got Tamar making her face. All right. But listen, if y'all didn't know, Tamar came out with a statement from her lawyer, and this statement was addressed to the public, to the fans, to whoever's paying attention, not necessarily to Funky Dineva, but to the public. And it was basically letting us know that there was some more shit that was coming down the pike, okay? Or letting Funky know more was coming down the pike from Walker and Associates. This is a letter that she posted on her social media page sometime last night, yesterday evening. And it says, from the desk of James L. Walker, official statement of Tamar Braxton. This summer, I poured my heart into Heartbreak Retrograde, a project that includes a 6-song EP and a short film. Seeing it reach #1 on the iTunes R&B charts and top 20 overall has meant the world to my team. Your support has been incredible. That's why it's been especially painful to watch the hurtful and completely untrue rumors spread online this week, accusing me of having an inappropriate relationship with my male co-star. Let me be clear, this is a lie. It's sad that the moment you achieve something meaningful, some people choose to respond with gossip and sensationalism. These rumors don't touch me. They touch our families, our kids, our loved ones, and people who never asked to be dragged into the nonsense. I had hoped by now we'd see better from those who claim to report responsibly and love our people. As for me, I'm letting my lawyers take it from here. I'm staying focused on what I love, creating, storytelling, making music, and films that matter. And then she encourages people to listen to Heartbreak Retrograde. Okay. So that is what came out. And a lot of people said a cease and desist is on the way. Okay. A cease and desist is on the way. Tamar should not play with Q. Tamar should not play with Q or Funky Dineva, period. Okay. So yeah, this came out yesterday, and Funky he ended up pushing his button. And he said even more, okay? He said even more last night. Y'all know I talked about this yesterday in my live, and there was a lot of different opinions. Some people were on Funky's side. Some people were on Tamar's side. This is what Funky had to say. Let me just get my notes up, child, because it was a lot. Funky's response was a couple of things. He said, #1, him and Tamar are friends. For the people that was coming at him saying, aren't you a friend? He said, I was just getting to know that woman, and she reached out to me. I did not reach out to her. Okay. He said they have 2 people in common, and she called his phone and said, would you like to hang out with me and be my friend? That's an important point. That's an important point. Then he said that the words inappropriate relationship was very interesting, that she put that in there, and he gave a long list of a whole bunch of shit. But he told Mr. Walker at the end of the day, he said, bring it, bitch, because Mr. Walker being the lawyer, he said, because at the end of the day, you're not going to tell him he didn't see what he saw, or that he didn't hear what the fuck he heard. He was very matter of fact about that before he went into a long litany of things. The other thing that he said, these were threats that he made to Tamar. He said, please have him fax that cease and desist immediately because he's been contacted by multiple lawyers, mostly Black women, who want to represent him on the principle that they can't stand Tamar. Now, this is some crazy shit, child. And he said he was also contacted by that white lawyer that Tamar was sleeping with, which happened to have been her ex-husband, child. But I like the way he tried to flip it on her a little bit. I was like, that's her ex-husband, child. Someone said, I'm on Yandy's side. Look, Marcella said, I'm on Yandy's side. Tamar just doesn't fool me. She's a mess, always been a mess. Yandy and Kandi are going through it. Okay, so basically, this is what he had to say. He said, listen, I should have known that this shit was a setup the second I entered, I guess, the studio or wherever they was filming, because he said there was a lot of things that was happening in front of him. And he said, Tamar's not dumb. She knows I'm a blogger. She knows I'm a big blogger. Like Funky Dineva can get anywhere between 10,000 to 20,000 or more people on his live at one time. So he's not a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He's not a little blogger. So he said, you bringing me in a room where I'm watching you and Mendeeses flirt with each other, heavy flirting, you know, touching inappropriately. And he said they were. He said, since you want to, you know, define for me what an inappropriate relationship is, because the shit I saw would definitely fit an inappropriate relationship. That's my definition. But his main thing was, he said, I feel like I was used so that I could bring back what I saw to my YouTube page and it could be considered promotion for her video. That's how he put it. Okay, someone said, this is tacky and unsettling on both levels. Funky was in his feelings. Okay. So listen, is nobody able to see it from his point of view? I'm gonna ask y'all to put a vote in the chat right now. If you are on Tamar's side, put a 2 in the chat. If you're on Funky's side, put a 4 in the chat, because I want to know where you guys are as an audience, because Tamar is saying point blank period, it is a flat out lie. Never happened. Never happened that way. Okay. Most of the people are on Funky Dineva's side. Okay. I wanted to see, child. Yeah. She said point blank period. It should never happen. Tisha said I'm on 2 and 4. But he is giving details, like he's painting a picture for the folks. Okay. He's painting a picture for folks. So where did these details come from? According to Tamar, it's all made up and in his head. He's saying, bitch, I didn't make this up. I wouldn't even know to make it up. Furthermore, we're not even friends like that. Okay. But he said when he first met up with her, Mendeeses was there at the studio, and their interactions for him was too close for comfort. And he also said that when he left the spot where Tamar was, he said, even though I had a good time and I enjoyed being out with the Tamar Braxton, he said, bitch, I'm not without friends, so I don't need this friendship. Plus, the people you have around you are all, you know, kiss assing. That's it. But he said, I ended up calling my BFF and told them what happened. And he said, why would Tamar, who knows I'm a blogger, display that type of bullshit, her and Mendeeses, and put it on a silver platter right in front of them? So that's an interesting question. The other thing that he said that happened in front of him that I would think you wouldn't do in front of your dog, the mailman, the waiter, let alone a blogger. But he said that Mendeeses and Tamar had a conversation in front of him where Mendeeses told Tamar he was breaking up with Yandy and that he already asked Chat GPT to write the breakup letter. And then she read it. And Tamar said, well, you're going to have to make it more personal. Don't just take it straight from GPT chat. I was floored, but he said they did that in front of him. Now, I don't know. I don't watch Funky Dineva on a regular basis. Perhaps he does have a very creative mind. I don't know. But baby, when I tell you, I howled. I howled when I heard that shit. I went, now I told Chat GPT. And Mendeecees isn't saying anything. Okay. He's completely quiet. He's completely quiet. But he said, yeah, that's one of the other nasty things that they did in front of him, that he was like, bitch, do you want me to tell it? Do you want me to? He said on the night that he had met up with them for the final time, I guess that would have been the third time, where there was no production crews around for filming the music video. Funky said that Mendeecees was running his fingers up and down the inside of Tamar's thigh. And she was, tapping his hand and saying, stop, don't, but in a very playful way, which kept the bullshit going. Okay. Mendeecees is not that talking like that. No, he doesn't talk. Now, listen, I've watched Mendeecees for a long time. I remember when he was on that Love and Hip Hop New York, and Yandy's cousin had filmed her at the gym and was taking ass shots. And the way that little dude yanked that cousin up by the throat and walked him out and said, I told you not to fucking play with me. I think he's a man of action, not man of words. Okay. But we will see what happens next. Because Funky Dineva said, I ain't trying to fight with you, but I definitely will, if I have to. I will take on this legal suit. Okay. So we're going to see what happens next. But as of right now, what Funky basically said is Tamar did it all for attention. And he said, it's unfortunate that you had to reduce yourself to this level because you're a big star and you made yourself common. Okay. He called her common multiple times. You are a common ass, heifer, basically. And you should be above the bullshit, but you've lowered yourself down for absolutely nothing. And that she needs to stop telling that story about how she woke up, passed out. And like I said, I told y'all, it suggests that somebody slipped her a drug. And he said that he feels away because he's an ex-addict, and that when those kind of things are put together and his name is in it, he doesn't like it. Okay. And it went left, child. Let's just say that. I'm giving y'all the less colorful version, but he was very, 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 I wish a bitch would on his channel last night. He was begging her to send him the notification. And he said that he thinks that it's still just a threat, because he said, if this was a real letter, if you really wanted me to get something the fuck out of it, you wouldn't have started out with that damn song leading in the first sentence. He said, even that shows that this is all fun and games to you, and he's not having it. So I don't know. Y'all talk to me in the comments and let me know what y'all think about it, because this is what's going on so far. Hey, Erica, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is what's going on so far. It is a hot mess. I see some of y'all are saying it is a PR stunt. If they were sneaking around, why would they invite Funky? Okay, somebody's saying, listen, this sounds like bullshit to me. She said they could have just hung out at her place with no one knowing. Probably a PR stunt to get Funky to run his mouth and promote the album. Well, that's what he's saying. He's saying exactly that, child, that it was a PR stunt done to get him to promote this album for free. For free, okay? And he said everything else. He said, I wish I would have never took the bait, but now you got me here because I have to defend myself. Otherwise, I would have just kept my mouth shut and you would have had to figure out how to make that album fly. But he said that everybody, he's been around her mama, he's been around Vince, and Mendeecees has been there, and he seemed very familiar with Tamar's house. And, he wasn't a stranger. He didn't seem like somebody who was just a co-worker that she says hi and bye to. That's how he put it. He said, I'm not taking anything back. If you didn't want me to think that the two of you was rolling around in the hay, okay, doing the funky horizontal, then you wouldn't have put it in front of my eyes like that. Period. Okay. Hey, Ty, nice to have you. Or she was trying to use him as an alibi. Now, that's what I said yesterday. That's pretty much it. I said, was she trying to use him as an alibi? I don't know. I don't know. But y'all know that this is viral. We shall see what happens next if Tamar actually puts out an actual cease and desist order, and we'll also see if anything more comes at it, because it sounds like a lot of sleeping bears have woken up, including that ex-husband. So I really don't want to hear anything else from him personally. 267 of you are here. Thank you. I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming through. Please, please, please bump up the thumbs up real quick. Hit the like button and share the video, okay? Thanks, y'all. Thanks, y'all. Let's see. It's just hard for me to believe anything that she says. She accused too many people of wrongdoings over the years. They both loved each other, but life is life. Child, okay, but that's it. I just wanted y'all to hear about it. That's the catch up. We shall see. Now we're about to get into Monique and Chris. Take the poll at the top of the chat, please, because now we are talking Monique and Chris. And this is important, child, because I was questioning Monique's storyline this season. I didn't realize that she had a book and she was about to do a tell-all. And just let me say, I know people really think at the end of the day that you can have this long marriage with someone famous for, 15, 20 years, 10 years, whatever the case may be, and you don't offer them anything so that they move on with their life. You got to give them something. You know what I'm saying? They were used to a certain lifestyle. Now, if you don't do that, you can best believe they're going to get their damn money through a tell-all book, because that's how it always plays out. always it plays out in a tell-all book. And what Monique is sharing with us, child, is that a couple of things. Number one, Monique did have an affair while married to Chris Samuels. And if y'all remember, before Monique left that damn show, there was a rumor out there. I think it was brought to the show either through Sharice Jackson. But I remember that there was a off-camera discussion between a lot of the cast. Karen Huger wasn't there, but Candace was. Giselle was, Robin, I think Sharice was there. And they were all trying to figure out how to get this story on the show. And they wanted a reaction from Chris. So they were going to make the story up that the baby, Monique's baby, could be another man's. And they were going to say it was the trainers. Lord child. Now we all heard that shit. And I was like, that is disgusting. Like, why would y'all do that? Who knows? I'm still confused, but I do know this. They weren't too off track, because according to Monique, what she said on that damn show this past Sunday or the Sunday before, she validated Giselle and had Giselle sitting up there looking like a damn proud peacock in that rainbow colored cowboy hat. She said, girl, everything you said about me and my marriage was true. Did y'all hear that shit? I could not believe it. I said, Monique, you don't have to come in on the show, your second episode, and you already munching on Giselle's ass. Why would you do that? I was confused, period. But she told that woman that she was right. And Giselle put this smirk on her damn face. And I said, what? No. Because when Monique got into that fight with Candace, it was a pretty vicious fight. You know what I'm saying? She broke a glass. She wanted to, take Candace out of here. And it looks like, because she did validate Giselle, that the shit was true. And she took it out on Candace when the whole cast knew something different. You know what I'm saying? Team Candace, Team Chris. And I said, bitch, you just said right here on this episode that you were guilty. That you were guilty. When they were saying, you know, that you was fucking another man, and that is the reason why you got so uptight and upset. And Giselle said, you need to leave the show. Because if you can't take your truth, basically, if you can't handle your truth, the shit you're doing on the slick, and you gotta, you know, cut, maim, kill, then no, you shouldn't be on the show. Because Giselle was the one who led the march and said, we want her gone. And I need everybody on board. And the only two people that wouldn't do it was Ashley and who else? And the Grand Dame. Those were the only two. Come on in, come on in, come on in. But she came on the show and she said all of that. And then she said on the camera, child, I literally clutched my pearls. I clutched them. She said that she was being verbally abused and not loved right and mistreated. And that the only time Chris was nice to her, and this is a quote, is when he wanted ass, when he wanted some ass, okay? Otherwise, after he got his 3 pumps and he was done, he rolled off of her like Mr. did to Celie on The Color Purple, okay? And then he treated her like Celie for the rest of the day. That is what this woman said in front of the Bravo cameras. And they let it play. And now we see everybody trying to attack Stacey for some shit that was going to come out anyway. It's not like it was a secret. She did it in front of the cameras. Oh my goodness. But we'll get to that on the review. We'll get to that on the review. But that's what she said on the show. On the show. And this is all in promotion of this damn book that's coming out. She said, after he did it that last time, I said, this mother will never lay back on top of me again. I'm done. And every woman on that cast, including some of the guests that was just in the restaurant who said, bitch, we a part of the show too. They were sitting at tables, staring and listening. Monique told a story for the entire DMV, and they all heard it. If I'm lying, I'm flying, and I'm still sitting right here. Okay? Period. I was floored, and I still did not realize that she was writing this tell-all book, but this is the reason why. And I wish Chris, child, because I'm not so sure that what she's saying might not be, you know, there might be some truth to it. There could be, because what she's saying right now is that she covered your ass completely, that you are the worst of the worst. Okay. And if it wasn't for her smiling and making you look good and bringing these babies into the world, that people would see a different side of Chris. Now, that's what she said. That is what she has said in a recent interview with Angela Yee. Thank y'all. Keep talking to me in the comments, child. I see it. But basically, she also said that Chris has been intimidating her. He didn't want her on that show anymore. Now, y'all know Monique had made it out like that show ruined her life with that damn gossip about her sleeping with her trainer. That was the original rumor that she validated Giselle on. Including other things, but she said pretty much everything you said is true. She could have said, except for I was not having an affair, and she did not say that, because I would have said it. Child, my reason for going after Candace holds firm. You know what I'm saying? But she said, yeah, what basically ended up happening is you and I was fighting so much that you were a buffer between me and Chris, because I didn't fight him so much at home. And she also said that she wanted out of that marriage after she had her daughter. and she ended up having a third baby, right? Her youngest son. But she said, I wanted out. I wanted out then. And if I didn't have that baby girl, I probably would have divorced. So she was given all kinds of nasty details. Okay. Look, Erica said, yeah, he looks like he's horrible. But yes, I was like, oh my God. I was shocked. And I'm gonna tell you something. That lady Cookie, if anybody has been watching the show when Cookie came on, I said, bitch, they done brought this lady Cookie on to kind of to be a seat warmer for the Grand Dame, Karen. And it looks like Cookie was there for Chris Samuels. Cookie and Chris Samuels are good friends from what I heard. And I actually heard this from a couple of places. I read it and I did see it also from Marcella, child. It looked like they used to all hang out. I did see pictures of Marcella and Cookie and some other people over there on that damn show. So they have been, this was back in the day, not recent though, not recent. But Cookie got a pass, child, according to some shit that I saw on one of the blogs. And I forgot whose blog it was. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all keep talking in the chat. I'm going to see if I can find this damn blog. Hold on. Let me put this up first. Hold on, girl. We going to get there. So what I read on the blog, and we can find out, we'll find out if it's true together. It's all alleged, is that Cookie has spent a little time in the pen too, but that she is a good friend of Chris Samuels, and she also knows some of the other ladies in Potomac, okay? Now, I told y'all when it first came on, I said, they done got this lady up here to be a seat warmer for the Grand Dame, but the way she picked that damn phone up anytime Chris Samuels calls, she got him on speed dial, child. I don't care if we are filming a scene. Everybody else's phone might be on mute, but not mine when it comes to Chris Samuels. He gets to break through. Chris Samuels is not even on the show, and he gets to come through like an emergency, okay? Like it's one of my damn kids. I said, you are lying to me. But we've been listening to the cast call out Chris Samuels' name from episode 1, and they kept pushing everything on Stacy. And then it turns out that this is something, look, we're going to give it to Stacy, but it really is, Miss Cookie is there to keep shit in line and protect Chris Samuels' name. So they made Stacy the fall guy for some shit that Monique actually said. She actually said it. And I'm not so sure that Stacy did tell it, but even if, listen, whether she did or didn't, it's not like it wasn't going to play out. That's the point I'm making. It still played out. From who? Who are you talking about, Tisha? What do you mean from who? It still played out, but they end up calling Chris Samuels on the phone, and he greenlit them using his voice because he's not on the show anymore, even though he deserves a check because he's been talked about all season long. But Cookie called and said, did Stacy call you? Or I think it was it Cookie or Sharice? Did Stacy call you and tell you what Monique said about your sex not being good? You had bad sex. He said, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about, and leave me out of this shit, okay? And hung up. He didn't even say bye. He hung right up, okay? I said, you lying to me. You are lying to me. But long story short, if Monique had an affair with the trainer, it looks like she's also admitting to, that's alleged for the trainer, but she did admit to having an affair with her coworker, whose name is, I think, Jason Weems, over there on the radio station. Now, Monique, I believe, quit the radio job. I think they might have left the job at the same time for Pete's sake. Let's see, outrageous lying. Look, y'all see him right there. Apparently, Monique was having this. She wants everybody to think that it was a friendship first. Both of them are married, by the way. Jason's married, she's married. She said we were friends, and we were just really good friends. She was telling him what was going on in her marriage, and he was consoling her, massaging her eardrums first, and then he started massaging other things. Okay. But she wanted to make it seem like it was just something that happened naturally. Oh, okay. This is what I thought happened. Jason did admit that he was fired. He said it was a budget cut, but he did admit that he was fired. I was kind of curious if both of them were let go because of that. You said she played it right because he had something to lose. I mean, listen, this man is still married. So you got someone who was going through a divorce for real, or at least was having some troubles for real. And Jason's still married. We don't know. We don't know what problems Jason was going through. He didn't tell anybody. He might be going through some problems today. Okay. Following these pictures out there because Chris Samuels, Monique was so careless with her relationship with this man that she had shared videos and pictures with her mother and a friend of hers, a mutual friend, somebody that was also friends with Chris. Was it Cookie? I don't know, but it was definitely careless. And then when shit hit the fan over there with Chris, this friend sent the video and the pics to Chris. And she said that Chris was holding it over her head and basically said, don't go on any TV show and talk about me or our marriage, or I'm going to put this video and these pictures out here. And sure enough, he did it. She said, this was a damn scheme that Chris Samuels and Cookie set up. Okay. And this man is still married. So these pics, she did say that Chris was reaching out to Jason and letting him know that he done F with the wrong one and that they need to talk. But if Chris and his wife made up, they back to being broken up today. Okay. I'm going to have to start watching Potomac again. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is what's going on right now. Child. Monique basically said that Chris ain't going to shut her the F up. He's not going to intimidate her, harass her, and to keep her mouth closed. And the book will be coming out. That is how she's playing it. And she has talked about this affair with Jason. So she's publicly saying, I'm not leaving that off the table either. You can't make me, you can't, shame me. And that's the only way to happen. Sue her, Chris. On what grounds would he sue her? Tell me. Listen, people got to stop signing those dumbass gag orders. That's what I say. If you get married to somebody, if they don't pay you out, stop taking gag orders. Stop signing it. I adore you because you are real, fair, with no judgment. Yeah, I don't know these people. I don't know these people, and I never lose track of it. Okay. I'm going to tell you what I see. I'm going to give you, information based on how I lived and how I was raised, but I wish him all the best. I don't know him. Okay. Tell me what he would sue her for, because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of these people get in these damn relationships and they're not the best. Chris is a football player, and a lot of people forget that, but he got some tendencies that would have had him, be a beast on that field. Now, I'm not saying that he's a horrible person, but I am saying that she's probably had some experiences with him. And saying out loud that man would get on top of you and roll over like Mr. from The Color Purple. I added that part, but that was a picture she painted when she said it. That was a picture she painted. I was like, God damn. Okay. Like she didn't get nothing from it. We don't know these people, baby. Some of the worst shit that has happened in the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector is because people thought that they knew what they was watching and that they knew the people. They don't know the people. They don't know them people. Okay? Not with all the secrets that done came out of that damn show, child. We need to just sit back and let them people figure things out like we get to figure things out in our lives, in our own lives, okay? But yes. So this is what it is. Chris Samuel said, I'm about to pull my ace, and he pulled it, and he said, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what you got to say, what Jason got to say, or his wife. And Monique said, I'm going to raise you. I'm going to interview about it and say that you're fucking harassing me. And it better stop. Period. Okay. Oh, hold on, child. Let's see what Ty got to say. Thanks for blessing the channel, Miss Ty. She said, Monique lied before. Who's to say that book is not full of lies? You're not lying right now. That's why not only did she lie, Ty, she almost took a person's life. She almost took a broken glass to somebody. She was trying to scar and maim, child. But yeah, so she tried to keep her truth private. She tried to keep her truth private. But Chris did too. And now we are watching this all play out. And whatever reason, Giselle, who sat on that stage that last season with Chris and had paid for a bodyguard to stand behind her. And even Andy Cohen was like, do you think you're taking this too far? She said, no, he's a football player. Okay. I don't know what he's going to do to me. Now she's all friendly with Monique. There's so much going on this show right now. I know I have failed y'all on these reviews, but I'm going to get to it, child, because we need to talk about that crazy ass Angel. Oh my goodness, Angel. She is so sad. Let's see. His word against hers. I call it overage groupies, baby. It's something, ain't it? Okay, you right about that. Even the people who think they know, they don't know. They don't know. Or if they do know, they tell y'all exactly what's going on. And people just ignore it, child. I don't know. But yes, Cookie is there for Chris. Make no mistake about it. Cookie mentioned Karen's name one time, and every time after that, it's been about Chris. It's been about Chris. She's definitely there to be the inside person for Chris. And she damn near, I don't know if she's coming back because she did get her ass kicked off the show. She did get her ass kicked off the show last episode, baby. She was about to fight Stacy. She said, you better not point that damn finger over here. Stacy pointed that long ass finger. And I don't know, Cookie was about to, and let me tell y'all this, because people know that Cookie went to jail. People know that Cookie went to prison, not just jail. The way everybody's eyes bucked when Stacy said, you mean this finger right here? And then told Giselle, move your ass out the way so I can get in this bitch's face with my finger. And everybody's eyes opened up like, no, she's a killer. That floored me. I am so sorry. I know that laughing a lot it's annoying, but that shit was hilarious. It was hilarious. Anyway, Stacy said, bitch, we gonna try it today, child. I'll find out today. Okay. I don't play that finger shit either. Okay. Look, Erica. Stacy said, y'all done played me like a punk too many times. Okay. So I'm gonna take y'all out one by one. One by one. I loved it. Anyway, I told y'all to take that poll at the top of the chat. And I'm about to do these results because y'all know y'all deserve it. Okay? Y'all deserve it. We're going to take this poll, do this review, and then I'll have my review a little bit later. Stacy rocks. Stacy, listen. Stacy keeps surprising us, which is what you want. You don't want a one-trick pony. And right now, Stacy is showing us that she is very versatile, right? Whereas like an Angel or who else? Angel and Kay, they are very one-dimensional. They don't have a lot of sides to them. Stacy has a lot of sides to her, and I love it. It is good TV. It's good TV. Anyway, let's look at the poll. I asked you guys if you thought Chris Samuels was harassing his ex-wife to stop her from talking about their marriage. 48% of y'all said yes, because he's protecting his reputation. 11% said nah, he's a nice and easygoing guy. And then 41% of y'all said anything is possible. So a lot of you are still leaning toward maybe Chris did, we don't know who Chris is for real, which makes sense. He's a quiet football player. Back in the day, those type of big stars or sports stars, they have PR all the time to keep their reputations a certain way. Like everybody loved Michael Jordan back in the day, thought he was like the best guy, a Christian, and then when it came out that he was hoeing and he's a big time gambler and an alcoholic, then everybody was like gasping, couldn't believe it. Finger pointing can get your, or finger pointing can get it broken off. You'll be missing a digit, child. Anyway, I don't think Stacy knew at the time. Maybe she did. I don't know. But somebody said, and Michael Jordan is a crook, child. At the end of the day, this is the mess. I knew Chris was a mess when he didn't stop his mama from talking. Girl. And you right. His mama sitting there looking like an older version of him with a damn wig on. He let his mama say a little bit of everything. And all he said was, pass the butter. I need the corn. Give me that potato salad down there. He let that lady get creamed. And every one of his family members was sitting there giggling and laughing their asses off. And they all heard it. The mama was like, I don't know. She was like doing a Richard Pryor special. Every time people would laugh and go, bump, she hit him with another joke, all at Monique's expense. All at Monique's expense. Let's see. How can you stop your mama? Kandi couldn't stop her mama. Well, Kandi didn't laugh when her mama was making jokes about Ty. She just would be like, mama, you know what I'm saying? When Chris's mama was making jokes about Monique, he enjoyed it. I saw the smirk. At one point, I thought he laughed too. Shit. I was like, oh my God. And it wasn't just, it was his whole family. Monique was outnumbered. Erica said, my boys can't stop me from saying what I want to say. I know that's right. I know, or excuse me, did I say your name right? Erica. Erica, I know that's right. I had a very, very outspoken mama. She was very, very protective of me and my sister. And she said whatever was in her head and on her heart all the time. Okay. Sometimes this is how I learned not to be embarrassed, because she would say any fucking thing at any given time. And we used to be like, we embarrassed. We're so embarrassed. We're so embarrassed. And she was like, girl, if you don't get over that shit, the stuff I'm saying is nothing like the stuff you're going to hear when you leave my house. So you can get over being embarrassed. And she didn't lie. She told the truth. Okay. He could have said something. He stayed on mute. Sure did. He sure did. He sure did. Anyway, that's it. That's all, y'all. I just wanted to give y'all this update. And I promise y'all that I'm about to get this review up for Potomac, because we got to talk about Angel. We got to talk about Kay, and we got to talk about Stacy, because baby Stacy did not know. Okay. She said, your mom did a great job. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She said, I'm Team Diana's mom. I'm like that. Yes, my mom told me from the day I could, remember sentences. My job is to get you grown so you can survive the real world. That's my job. And if you don't survive it, I failed. Okay. And she was serious about her job. So trust me. It is what it is. I'm not embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed, because embarrassment will it'll stop you from your blessings, I promise. But anyway, 286 of you are here in my chat, damn it. I am so happy that y'all came to hang out with me today. It is always humbling to see that people actually want to hear what I have to say. I swear to God it is. So please hit my like button, share the video, please, and thank you. Follow me on all my platforms and become a subscriber if you are not already, okay? I like to talk. I like to hang out with y'all. You guys are my family. This is the cookout, okay? We have fun over here. We are not protesting or doing none of the bullshit. We are literally just having fun and talking, okay? I've seen so many people jump off the ledge these last couple of weeks saying that their mental and emotional health has been a problem for them because of harassment and all that stuff. We don't do that over here, okay? We love each other as Black men and women who just want to have a good time. This is a cookout, period, okay? So thank you guys. Love you. Thank you, Ty, for blessing the channel. Until the next time, bye-bye.